Yes, all right, Emma. So last time we talked briefly about kind of the general aspects of building, but because of course the client wants to understand like the phases involved in building. So maybe you can just run us through like if you let's say I have a fresh plot, what are the phases I need to do before I start and move in? You know?
Assuming you've got a fresh plot, what you need to do, the first step we can do is the designing.
Mm,
Designing, if I talk of the issue of designing, I mean, they're going to do architectural design, then we go and do structural design.
yes.
The structural design works in case you're going in for storage building, like one floor, first floor, second floor, all.
Yeah,
You want to put in what you call structural design,
so that it can support
so
enough.
it can support well. Then the architectural, actually, I want to only build a bungalow, this small residential building. You can work on the architectural drawing. Then from there, we go in for boundary opening. We know where the market, where the plots are ending. Then we go and start then closing, that is building wall fence.
Mm-hmm.
And after we're done with building wall fence,
The fence, like, and for me, I like to start with the fence because I mean,
for security purposes.
for security purposes, number one, and number two, you're gonna need it anyway, so might as well because okay, even building a fence, but without the council permit, I think you can build a fence.
Yeah.
So as you're waiting for them to process the permits,
Exactly.
then you can spend your time doing the fence.
Exactly.
And since you're gonna need it anyway, but please go ahead. So after the fence,
Then after the fence, already before the fence, after the fence, we can now go in for the real activities of raising the structure. Then before we raise the structure, in Uganda here, we need to have a council fee. We need to pay council permission to continue,
yes,
for you to be allowed to operate.
yeah. I mean that's standard everywhere, of course. You need a permit. So. Yeah.
Then we go, assuming we are going in for a storage building, we set up the structure, setting out the structure. Then we go in for foundation. And if I talk of foundation, let me talk inside of the storage building. Now, foundation, we need to set out the foundation, we excavate the bases. After excavating the bases,
Now, how deep do you normally go?
no, the depth of the bases are normally determined on the ground.
Yeah, if it's soggy or
on the ground. You may
hard.
find where the place is rocky. You can't dig deeper. You only level it.
And then you don't need to because it's the rock will
because it is
support.
very firm.
Yeah.
So foundation matter normally depends on the nature of what.
And actually now here, if we talk about, because most people, well, a lot of people like lakeside and all of that, and the closer you get to the water, obviously, the deeper you have to go for the foundation and build. I mean, it's doable, but I haven't built in a wetland, but I've heard that people have gone like several feet deep before you know.
Like now, assuming maybe you're building in a wetland. After digging the excavation, then what we we do stone packing. We put the hardcore down.
Yeah, pack it well.
Which will support. Hardcore, we level it, we pour concrete, then we put our base there now.
Yes. Yeah. All right, and then basically after then you'll be at the stage where we are. So then raising the structure, I guess.
Then after we're done with the columns and setting all the bars and cast everything down, we cast the ground slab. This is what we call the ground slab.
Yeah, this one.
And after casting the ground slab, then we raise the column. You see, I've seen the columns standing.
Yes, of course. Yes.
The carpenters are also doing their work. Now we are working on the ground floor slab. After casting the ground floor slab, we continue with the same procedures and we cast the first
the second,
slab.
the one up. And it's always, some people call I mean, is the ground floor or is the first floor and then is the second floor?
This one is normally called ground floor.
Depends on the country, though. In Finland, it's called it's the first. Okay, anyways, it's not important. So then, you're raising the structure. Then, obviously, you see Peter has done the roofing already. And that kind of, to me, that if you push up to that, then at least you're stopping in the rain. You're stopping. You can take a break. It's better, at least for me. Of course, what we did here is we stopped at the foundation, which can also work because the foundation is basically the slab. I mean, it can stay like this for years. But anyway, so what about the roofing? There's different options because on this one, the current one we're building here, we're going to put a roof terrace. But what are the other options of roofing?
No, they are like in Uganda. We have various types of roofing. We have one flat roof. That one pours water one side. Then we have a hipped roof, pours water both sides.
Like this one.
The other one is a the hipped roof.
Yes, yes.
Before was all the both sides.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then you have what is called the gable roof, which was what on the two sides.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
but right now in Uganda, we normally use the hipped
Yeah.
roof.
But one option, and the reason we're doing it here is, that terrace roof, because you can use it. Right? You can. Of course, you can't go up on that roof for nothing. But if you have a roof terrace, it's like you have another. You add to your living space, and on that you can put grass thatch, you can put whatever you want, and also here, because we're on, we're at a very high point in the village, so you add one more, you have better views. You can see all the way to Kampala from here.
And that one is what we call slab roof.
Yes.
After raising the building, what we do, the final stage, only cast a solid slab without max span.
Yeah.
Whereby there will be used as a terrace, and have your things there.
Yeah.
You can use it for any other purposes you want it. That's called a flat roof.
Exactly. So then, what about the finishings?
And now, issue of finishes. Now it finishes all. It is like the word finishes.
It's a big word, of
It's
course.
a big word because there are several components in it. One,
Yes.
we need to talk about the issue of plastering the house.
Yes.
After plastering, we need to talk about the issue of painting.
Painting, yeah, the color.
After painting, we need to talk about the issue of plumbing.
Plumbing.
After talking, we need to talk about the issue of
electricity, and also roof. The
Then we need to talk about the issue of tiling.
Tiling, or actually, you can do what I was hoping, micro cement, something
finishes.
like that. I've seen
If
pictures.
not, you can do what you call terrazzo finishes.
Also, terrazzo is also
Then if
nice.
you want, you can do these finishes.
Also, windows, security. It involves a lot of phases, obviously. Yeah, I mean, and that's from what I've found. I mean, that's just okay. These are all kind of expensive phases, but the finishing phase is just the most where you put in the most money, because it's all the tiling and all the wiring, and then plus it includes also the carpentry work. Putting in the cabinets, doing the kitchens, doing the bathrooms, all of that. But anyway, it's doable. But yeah. So what I'll probably. Yeah, and of course it's just, because we're just talking, it's impossible to kind of give estimates, and it depends on so many things, on kind of what you want, the materials, the size, how many stories, But one thing I found, and what is irritating, and actually one of the reasons why I see some people they don't want to do that first, is that just putting the fence around. Okay, this is a small plot, but putting this fence around, it costs almost as much as the foundation, and you're just putting a fence, and that is so irritating. But it's just something that you have to do, because otherwise, I mean, you need a solid. You need a solid security. I mean, yeah. And for example, where I come from in Finland, people don't really mind about fence. Yeah, you don't need a fence around because security. But and also I see some of these the older houses. They don't have fences around. If you walk down the main street here, you can see houses. They don't have any perimeter wall. But anyway.
You also facilitate for your own privacy.
Also privacy, yes.
Privacy.
Yeah, why would you need to let other people see what you're doing?
Yeah,
it's your business. All right. Thanks so much. So we'll talk later. Oh, unless Rambo, do you have some Rambo? You have something to add? Nothing. Okay. Thanks.